Hello, let's do our makeup, get ready, and chit chat about some real life girl shit. First off, what I'm gonna do when it comes to makeup is I always conceal, my eyebrows are already done. I'm gonna need downtown Toronto to chill out. Move downtown, they said. It's a vibe, they said. It's so cool, they said. It's ruining every video I try to make. I'm gonna go in with a concealer. This is a full coverage concealer because I got quite a few dark marks. I have this pimple right here that's, I think, turning cystic. I don't know what's going on, but I'm supposed to be getting my period in the next couple of days. So I really hope by next week she's gone because it's definitely not making me feel myself right now, which leads into what I actually wanted to talk about. I find myself seeing a lot of younger girls gravitating to me. I'm older. I'm in my late 20s. I just noticed a lot of the younger girls in their early 20s really gravitate towards me and are just constantly asking me questions and things like that. Not online, but more so in everyday to day life. Oh, you're so perfect, quote unquote. You seem like you have all your shit together. You seem so set. I'm nowhere near perfect. I think knowing who you are, things like that, it takes time. It comes with age, it comes with experiences, and it comes with lessons. For the longest time, I personally did not feel myself. And even when I didn't feel myself, I had to learn to still fuck with myself because who else is gonna fuck with me if I don't fuck with me? You have to teach people how to treat you. I also might be going out to dinner later, so I want to make sure my beat is good. One thing I've been doing lately is doing the no eyelash look. I don't put any falsies on. I just kind of let my natural lashes rock. How to show up for yourself even when you don't like yourself. Even though you are still falling into the same bad habits and making the same quote unquote mistake is how do you still show up for yourself when you're not liking yourself, when you're not liking the decisions you're making? I know for me, when I was a lot younger, I always knew who I wanted to be as a person, the kind of woman I wanted to grow into. But I definitely was not taking the steps to get there in my early 20s. I was doing the most in the opposite direction. It was not cute. It was not cute. But I needed to kind of do that to learn those lessons, to really understand what was for me, who was for me, and is this conducive to my health and my emotions and my mind and my spirit? What type of relationship do I really want to have with myself? Because building a relationship with yourself first is so important because you are the longest person you're going to be with. It's you and you till the end, and God, of course, but it's you and you till the end, girl. It's you and this body and this mind and this spirit. So the sooner you figure it out, honestly, the better and the more peaceful everything becomes. I'm also someone who's probably going to go into a lot of tangent, but it's my first sit down chit chat with me video, so we're going to figure out the flow and the dynamic together as we go. Taking one step every single day is all you need to do to start. You don't need to do too much in the beginning, especially when you're just not used to making proper choices for yourself. It takes time, and you don't need to be too hard on yourself because the world is already too hard on us as women. The first step to feeling yourself, even though you're not feeling yourself, acknowledge your feelings. Be honest with yourself. Really sit down. What am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling these things right now? And what would I rather feel instead? It's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel insecure. Next, I'm going to go in with a Hourglass concealer. This is in the color Teak. I I've been trying to get the full size of this concealer for so long, but they're always sold out and it's starting to really bother me. I guess it's just a really popular color and I can never get my hands on it fast enough. Figuring out where you are currently in the present moment with your emotions will definitely help you figure out what's going on. In order to get to that point, it requires a lot of self-isolation by yourself and doing a lot of things by yourself, a lot of reading. I know for me, I had to really, really isolate. I couldn't be around a lot of people like that. It was just me at my crib for the longest time. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I really had to understand what was going inside my head, what was going inside my heart, because Girl, I couldn't figure out for the life of me. Like, I knew I was having all these feelings, but I didn't understand what it was. And it didn't click to me until I really just sat down with myself alone. I started doing things alone. That was when it was kind of like, oh, you feel this way because you need this. You feel that way because of this. It takes a minute and it takes you really being on your own to really figure that out. At least that's how it was for me. Once you figure out what it is, like what can you do to make it better? Let's say you don't like your body. You not liking your body is like starting to trickle down into a lot of things, right? Like it's starting to affect how you dress, which affects how you carry yourself. I'm also going in with this Benefit Love Tint Fiery Red. You don't like your body, you don't really dress the way how you want to dress because you're trying to like either cover up or etc., right? So how you dress and how you feel about your body really shows in how you like carry yourself outside, right? So let's say that's the example. We're going to go with that example. So like if you're not feeling your body and you're going outside, you're kind of like covering yourself all the time. You're just like, someone gives you a compliment, you're brushing it off to the side. You're like not receptive to the compliment. Like people see that, people feel that, and that end result will kind of trickle down into how people really treat you. And if people aren't treating you the greatest because you aren't feeling the greatest, that's going to also trickle down to how you feel about yourself. It's just like a snowball effect of just like a bunch of bullshit. So let's say, yeah, the situation is your body. You're not feeling your body. What's something you can do every single day to eliminate that feeling? Okay, let me delete the Uber Eats app. Let me go to the gym. I hate the gym, but okay, let me go to the gym and just walk on the treadmill for like 10 minutes on a low incline, on a low speed. It doesn't have to be that intense and that serious. Like it's okay to baby your way into new habit, especially when it's something you just haven't been doing for forever. Like it's not going to be easy unless you're like one of those people that can just like flip a switch and it's go time. Amen to you. Another thing is practicing compassion. You have to be compassionate with yourself. Like think of your best friend who's going through the hardest time right now. Like are you going to be mean to her? Are you going to like treat her like not necessarily a child, but like be gentle with her. And you should do that with yourself too, because you are your own child. Like you have to really dig deep into your inner child and just like protect yourself, protect your thoughts, and just like be easy with yourself. I'm also going with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder under my eyes. Be compassionate with yourself. Give yourself some brownie points. Say like, I haven't been to the gym in months. I didn't order Uber Eats today. And I usually order Uber Eats every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I actually made breakfast today. Like that's a small win. That's like a day better than yesterday, Like be chill with yourself. You don't have to be so hard on yourself cuz like I said before, the world is already so hard and mean to us. Like we don't need to do that with ourselves. This kind of touched into what I brought up earlier about just like taking it one step at a time, like setting small achievable goals for yourself. Let's take it out of the gym. Let's say you want to like step up your vocabulary, right? You haven't read a book in a hot minute. You don't even know where to start. Go to the bookstore. Sit there for like maybe 20 minutes, go through all the genres, see what you're into, see what piques your interest, and just like read a few pages of things to see what you're into. That way, you're kind of getting your brain used to with the idea of books. You're surrounded by books. You're in there, maybe reading like a page or two out of random books just to see what piques your interest. Just setting small, achievable goals for yourself that don't feel too overwhelming, especially when they're out of your norm or your comfort zone. Another way to start really feeling yourself is you need to start surrounding yourself with like-minded people. It's going to be hard at first and it's going to kind of give you imposter syndrome. Also going in with another Fit Me Maybelline pressed powder, but just in a darker color. It's going to start feeling uncomfortable when you want to gravitate towards like-minded people, especially women that are kind of living the lifestyle, not kind of, that are living the lifestyle that you want to live. It's going to be weird. You're going to feel like, who do I think I am? But honestly, as women were you at some point and they had to get to where they are. So always keep that in mind. No one came out the womb freaking perfect. Like no matter how hard they want to make it seem, not realistic. You need to surround yourself with the women who you embody to be like, essentially. Sometimes it depends if you're lucky to really have friends who are on the same journey as you or are just on the same timeline as you when it comes to growth and development, that they will want to actually make these lifestyle changes with you at the same time. But honestly, you might lose a couple of gals. You might lose a couple friends who are used to seeing you in a certain way and don't understand why you now want to start acting brand new. I feel like when that happens, that should tell you everything you need to know about that person. And you need to ask yourself, why do I want to be surrounded by people who want to keep me stuck? It takes a minute. It really takes a minute to start feeling yourself again. No one can make you get to that point other than you. Like, you have to consciously make the effort to be that girl again. It's not easy, but when you build like a habit and a routine for yourself that you can always fall back to when you start to feel off, girl, trust me, you will be set. Like, no one can tell you shit. I'm gonna go in this eyeliner, not an eyeliner, it's a lip liner. It's from NYX Topicals Slick Self. I'm gonna go in with this lip gloss by Ruby Kisses. I hope the point I tried to make in this video came across perfectly fine. But if you're finding it hard to really feel yourself when you want to feel yourself, like internally you do feel like that bad bitch, I hope this video kind of like helped you to figure out how you can get back to her, because the world needs you to be her again, and you find those things that make you you again, life will be a breeze. How you feel about yourself will be a breeze. Every single day, find something to kind of keep you tethered to the woman you want to be, and everything will be smooth sailing from there.